Alright. Um, we're back. In between, I assume I've made it an episode break there, but, in between, I lowered some settings, so hopefully stops that stupid stuttering and lagging thing. I lowered the settings again in between when I did this. I don't know. It's like sometimes it works fine, other times it doesn't work fine, and it's really bugging me. But hopefully the settings are low enough now, because I've stopped giving a fuck about making the game look good while recording, because my recording doesn't seem to fucking like it. Is that a whirlwind? Awesome. Totally doing that one. But, like, it doesn't seem to fucking... What am I doing? What is this? Huh? What does this star mean? What does it mean that I start it? I'm confused. Super confused. Anyway. But like... my recording in this game doesn't like to play along very well, so hopefully stuff is low enough. Unfortunately, you know, the game doesn't look quite as good. But it's not quite the point. The point is to play it without it fucking chopping up and being laggy and stupid. Anyway. Going full tilt on just doing the story. Which means I'm not really going to talk to people.
Does it trouble you?
Not really.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Can't you simply ignore them?
If only that were possible. Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
So if I wasn't with the Inquisition...
Well, let's be honest, they would have censored us no matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. her assistance could be invaluable.
She asked for me? You don't think that could be an ambush?
I doubt it. From what I know of her, she's a kind soul, and not the sort to involve herself in violence. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's an honor to meet you, my lady. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thetis.
Oh, wonderful.
The hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
There's really some weird glitches and stuff. Because I think there was a person zooming back and forth while she was talking. Whatever.
Mother Giselle cannot be far.
But yeah, my plan for this is I'm not really gonna spend too much time in places like the hinterlands or whatever. Whoa, okay, that was weird. But I am going to... I'm just like kind of gonna do bare minimum of what I need to do in these areas, because you honestly don't need to stay
Inquisition forces.
in them
They're
for
trying
very
to
long.
protect the refugees.
Roll
Looks
into
like they could
spawn.
use a hand.
Ugh.
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Ow. super hard owl.
Not even a challenge.
Be ready. More coming our way.
Why do his strikes send both me and Cassandra flinging off into nothing?
Dead! We are victorious once more.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering. Mother Giselle? I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
I'm told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
And that's an excuse? They're making things worse.
They don't know that. This is my point. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
That won't just make it worse?
Could it be worse than it is?
Probably, yes.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is their unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
You make it sound simple.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
We'll see. Oh. Long day. I see.
Good day.
Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Alright. So now I have to do at least 4 quest things that get me power before I can move on to the next story mission. So, first we're going to level up. You are needing some. This and that. Okay.
Did you hear the news?
Yes, sir.
You can level up Varric. Smart. Varric. Varric buddy, Varric buddy. Not honestly going to use Varric that much in this playthrough. So I don't care how you level up. Just auto level up. Right now we are going after a Fade Rift, which I believe is over this way. Gotta remember which abilities get me armor so I can survive more hits. 'Cause apparently my health right now sucks. Bada bing. 1 power top.
would be a good place to set up camp?
Dispatch for you.
Oh, by the way, in your playthrough of Inquisition, you can completely ignore the requisitions officer. She gives you infinite quests of requisitions, which is just collect bullshit and bring bullshit to me to turn into a thing. And they're just infinite. They're infinite quests, and they're really just a resource dump if you have super extra amounts of resources. Don't do them. I fell into that trap when I first played this because I thought they did something, or I thought they were going to be useful. They're not. God. That whirlwind attack, I might as well make a character based off of Link. And just go, yeah! Okay. Didn't even notice you guys.
I confess, Solus, I am surprised you decided to remain.
Why? The breach remains a threat to us all.
Just the same. I wondered if you might leave now that we have a plan to seal it.
Ah, because I am an apostate. I might flee before the Inquisition throws me in chains. I take my commitment seriously, Seeker. Come what may, I shall see this through.
As you wish. Though I cannot guarantee what will happen in the days to come.
Get the warriors!
This is a prime example of why I'm bad with countering moves. Because I just set up a counter for a guy who was completely frozen solid in front of my face. Because I know the proper timing. Shit. I like how you can just hold that, and the enemies are stupid enough to fucking attack you. Never knew how annoying this shield is for melee characters. Holy crap. Ow. It'd also probably be helpful to get a better sword, too.
Templars have secured a position ahead.
Come on, you bastard. Nope, get back here. Awesome! I can just hold it to keep whirlwinding. Oh, that move's gonna be fun, and I'm going to die. Oh god. I don't want to die. Jesus, I have no health. That's all. And that's the thing about Dragon Age Inquisition, is you don't get to allocate skill points into stuff. It's a kind of preset growth in that regard. So really I have to focus on finding better armor and just more protective kind of stuff. Because health is going to go up at its own rate. And while warriors do get a bunch of health, you know, it'll probably take a while. Whirlwind, 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 whirlwind! I mean, it was super.
Refugees should be safer on the King's Road now.
We must still deal with the apostates, however.
The Swedish fingers. Oh, I know that weapon. That weapon's stupid looking. But it's funny. It's basically a giant hand greatsword thing. Check it out in a second. There's a secret this way.
There must be something here.
Alright, but as you saw, we got our full power. So we shall be hopping back to Haven in just a moment. It's time to level up and switch out some stuff in my inventory. We'll probably wield a ridiculous looking sword that is so much better for me. Hitting multiple targets with a single swing of your weapon restores your stamina for each extra target. It's not bad. Cooldown time reduction is more helpful though. Should probably branch out into a different thing, but whatever. Weapons. Oh, we did pick up a better claymore. Aw, Swedish fingers. I can give you to Cassandra, but look at this stupid weapon. It's literally just a fucking hand. It's a hand. Alright, this claymore, so much better. There we go. It looks about the same, kind of, except with a thinner blade. Cassandra. Sweetest fingers are perfect for you. Alright, and different shield. Now you look definitely ridiculous. Solus, I have no idea if I got... Nope, I don't. Alright. There we go. Go to the map. Going back to Haven.
Blessing upon his parents the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one world.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Apothecariadon will have more poultices for the injured. Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
What can they do is just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through. The city still mourns.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald!
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people? From us? Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them. Return to
Never been able to do that.
Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
Dialogue tree that pops up that I
As you
can't
say, my lady.
fucking turn on and actually use. But whatever.
Stand wary, guardsman.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, no servant of anything beyond her selfish greed.
Enough! I will not listen to these self-serving lies. We came here to talk.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Templars, one of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as he did.
A staunch and loyal member of the Order. So loyal, he abandoned them for a false herald.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Well, we're not gonna return so quickly.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
The Templars?
I believe that...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
They say you're scratching for power.
Don't care about you. You got punched in the face, and we're a bitch.
There must be something here.
Just what we needed.
Outside.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages. Liars.
Though you had granted me power, though they could do anything,
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Not quite. We gotta pick up a few people before we go all the way back.
Return to Haven.
you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
No pants.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Could we take a few moments for sense to reassert itself? Who are you people?
I'm not people, but I get what you want. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
So yeah, Sarah is 100% one of my team members. She's one of my favorite characters out of this game, so... Grabbed all the breaches. Now to pick up number 2.
Lady Trevelyan, of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
Me and my giant sword.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
I don't care what they say about me.
You should. The game has crushed far more powerful institutions than your Inquisition.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Kill him.
He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous to one's fellow guests.
Ah!
Someone be a dear and clean this mess up. We can't have him cluttering up the dance floor. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
I think the good thing about Vivienne's quest is it sends you right back to Haven anyway. And it's literally just a cutscene. Alright. So. I believe we have basically caught up / surpassed where the other guy was. For the moment, this is probably going to be the end of an episode. So, come back next time.